Let's wait until everyone is there. Everyone there? Hello? I'm just waiting for everyone to join in, guys. Okay, everyone, welcome to the network class 3 or lesson 3. Today we're going to talk about router virtual services, switching and routing. Subtopics will be VLANs, intern VLAN routing, and multi-layer switching. The third option, or the third topic, will be SSP and RSTP. And the fourth option will be Ether channel, the fourth topic. So, last time we talked about DHCP, and sometimes you don't want an extra DHCP server in your network. So usually Cisco has this built into their routers, so you don't have to have an external DHCP server. So that's good to keep in mind. And also, sometimes you want to have your DHCP services on a different network, and that's what an IP helper address comes in handy. Another name to call this is a DHCP relay. So we're relaying our DHCP signal to a different network. Before we get a little bit more into that, it's important that you understand the DORA process from DHCP. So the DHCP client will send an DHCP discover packet on the network, and the DHCP server says, "Hey, that's me." So he will send an IP address back to the DHCP client. And after the DHCP client says, "Oh, I got an IP address. I want this one." So it basically sends one more back and saying like, "Oh, I want this one." And then it will be another acknowledgement. Okay, you have this IP address. I will put this in my database. Any questions about the DORA process? It's very simple, actually. No questions? Then we will continue. We talked about the IP helper services. So basically, if you have this DHCP server right over here, and you want to get a DHCP single into this network, you have to tell this IP address or this router to send its DHCP single over network to this router, and this will send it to this network. It's the same for this one. It's fairly easy. We're not gonna do a lab with this, but if you ever need this, you can design the search up IP helper, and it's very easy. You don't need a lab for that. The second topic I want to talk about is virtual local area networks, or VLANs. VLANs are usually used to separate different networks over the same network. So it's like a network in a network. Every VLAN, or virtual local area network, has about 4,095 different ID VLANs. There are also two different modes when we're talking about VLANs. We have a trunk, and we have an access, or the access layer. Wait, go back one more. And here you can see an example how something like this would look like. So you have VLAN for admins, a VLAN for professionals, or whatever this is, and one for developers. Yeah, let's continue to the next one. So usually the access layer only allows one VLAN to be present on the interface, on the Cisco switch net interface. It is possible, however, to have a VLAN inside a VLAN. This is also called the double tag VLANs, which is called nesting VLANs as well, which just allows it to run you a VLAN inside of a VLAN. It's a little bit complicated, but you just see it as a network inside of a network inside of a network, basically. Yeah, it can become really complicated, guys. And then trunk basically allows you to send all the VLAN over one or multiple network ports. The IEEE 802.1q standard is basically used to identify the different traffic streams. So as you can see, we have a packet over here. This is how a normal packet would look like. And if we add our VLAN data to it, you get a VLAN tag, and it will consist of a TPID, a PRI, a CFI, and PID. So this basically will store the information of the VLAN. If you want to configure your virtual switch or your real switch, you basically have these commands: config VLAN10. You give it a name. It's fairly simple. You can try it in Packet Tracer. I will provide a lab in the Discord, so you can guys play around with this. So if you want to assign VLAN on Cisco switch, you basically select the interface and what mode you want, and here you select the switchboard for remote access. That's pretty easy. Usually VLANs to be working properly, you require to have routing, internal VLAN routing. So this router you have right here has to understand where it can find these VLANs. Usually a router like this will be called a router on a stick. So because it can have multiple networks inside one network. And this is an example how you would configure it on the circuit router interface FA0110 encapsulation dot. This is actually what we're talking about. .1Q 10. Set your IP address. Set your exit. Do it with the other interface. And just remember, guys, these are virtual interfaces. Like you have a real interface, like 1. You can have like a sub interface, like 10 or 15 or 11, up to pretty much 496 or something like that. If you want to know how interfaces are configured, just put in the command show IP route. Sometimes just having one switch or a few switches is not enough, and you have these routers and they sometimes are not sufficient, and that's where we're going to deploy layer 3 switching. Layer 3 switching basically does the same as the route on the SIG does, but has more processing power and is able to route the traffic quicker over the network. Because it doesn't have to get all the way to the router, now it can do it right on the switch and just route the packet to the right network. And as I said before, the layer 3 switches do have more computing power than the layer 2 because they also have this routing capability in them. As here you can see the advantages and disadvantages of each network. Yeah, let's look at this later on, but it's just an example. So what do you need to do if you want to configure a layer 2 switch? Well, it's fairly easy. Enable config T IP routing. That basically says that you want to route with the switch. Set up the VLAN like we did before. Select the interface. Select the interface you want to do your trunk on with the encapsulation .1Q. Switch mode, trunk, exit. Fairly easy. So how do you configure the networking? It's basically the same as a regular switch. So we want to go over that. And what if you want to configure the routing to the router? That's basically very easy too. You basically start your interface. You set the description to router, no switchboard, IP address, whatever you have configured. I then set the IP route to that IP address basically. Sometimes you have really large networks, and if you have really large networks, you want to use something that's called VTP. And VTP basically allows you to synchronize your virtual LAN configurations over multiple switches or layer 3 switches. So how do you configure those? Config T, VTP domain. This is pretty straightforward. You guys can just look at the slides, but that basically allows you to configure these switches automatically, basically. We can try to do a lab with these guys, don't worry. There's also a thing, spanning tree protocol, which basically allows you to prevent a loop in a network. So if I have a switch and I put it like this, usually that will create a broadcast storm because it will keep looping basically. It's a really easy way to take down a network because all these switches are connected. To prevent that, we have invented STP and RSTP. What's important to remember that there are networks, there are three types of messages. You have unicast, a message from one other device and destination of this unique MAC address, a multicast, a message to a group of interested devices, these share a common address, and a broadcast, a message to everyone within the internal network. A router is a device that stops these types of messages. Very important to remember, guys. So how does this broadcasting work? So basically, one sends a message, then two sends another message too. Could you rephrase that question? I don't understand what you're asking. I will continue. So basically, one set of PC 0 sends a message to switch 0. From there it goes to S2, then it goes to S1, goes to S0, and then it keeps going like this. So the commands you can use to configure your switches are spanning tree VLAN 0, VLAN 1 root primary, spanning tree VLAN 1 root secondary, and show spanning tree summary. Very important commands to remember, guys. Sometimes you have a network and you just want more bandwidth. You just want to transfer that big file. You have like this big file of like 100 gigabytes, and it's just going so slow. This is why they invented Ether channel. Ether channel is basically to provide more bandwidth over the network from switch to switch. There are basically three different modes. You have link aggregation control protocol, you got the port aggregation protocol, and simply on. It's a little bit confusing, but it's just the way it is. This is how they call it. They called it on. So link aggregation control protocol is an open standard. Port aggregation protocol is a standard developed by Cisco. And on is basically, yeah, it's just on. So there's no conversation between the two devices, but either channel is simply turned on. So how do I enable it? For link aggregation, you basically type in interface port channel 1, you type in channel protocol LACP, then the interface range, then the channel group, just put it on active. And it's basically for all these, I put the notes how to do it on the slides. I will put the slides in the Discord as well. Just the useful commands you can use to enable them. And now let's see if we can try all these things. We're gonna build a small network and see if we can actually build these networks. Let's create a new packet trace, you guys. You have an all new packet trace, so we're gonna drop some switches in there. So let's see. Yeah, let's do the basic configuration first. let's see. There we go. Everyone's still there, guys? Maybe can zoom a little bit in. Zoom. There we go. So let's connect these devices real quick. Yeah, the terrible prep right now, so let's just get these things going. Yeah, let's put it in like the worst configuration possible. Let's go. So let's go. So the first thing we're gonna do is put a demo for the IP helper address. Or you guys want me to demo that? No, I'm not gonna demo that. Let's do the VLANs first. I think that's the most interesting one. So let's see. Here we go. F0. We set it to access VLAN. Let's enter the VLAN database. Let's see. So we have these configured now. And to check, we are going to put real quick a DHCP server on this NIC. So let's see. No, oh, let's do VLAN 10, sorry. VLAN 10. Then we're gonna set the, I hope it's not too small, guys, I'm sorry. Zoom. Zoom magnifier. Change zoom level. Use magnifier. There we go. There we go. There we go. Real quick. I wish I could just make this bigger, but let's just configure it and then I will show the configuration. Get a network real quick. Let's just set these parameters for the DHCP server. Okay. So if we go in here and we put it on DHCP, we should get an IP address, but we don't. Oh, because we didn't set an IP address to the interface yet. There we go. Those get interfaces, guys. There we go. And then if we go back in here, we should get, let me speed it up a little. There we go. Now you can see all our devices get an IP address. I will show the configuration once more in the CLI. As you can see, we added the network. Oh wait, the first command was configure terminal, IP DHCP pool VLAN 10, network 192.168.10.0.255.255.250, default router 192.168.10.1, DNS, not really necessary, but we added it anyway. And you have to set your IP address to the right interface right here. So after we've done all that, you will see on our PCs, all of our PCs, we set the DHCP, they get their own IP address. Any questions about the DHCP? That's how you do it on a Cisco switch. Router. No questions? What happens when there's data congestion? You mean like when there's a lot of data on the cables? Well, usually that means that the pipeline is being filled up so much that the service of a switch or a router or a network device is overloaded, which reduces the service of the device. So it's always good to check your load on your devices when you're doing a load test. So it's basically like a DDoS attack or a DOS, denial of service. So the device will not be able to handle the traffic anymore and completely shuts down. I hope that answered your question, AJ Falcon. Let's continue with the configuration of the next VLAN. So we're gonna do because we configured the interface on gigabit 00/0, that's the native VLAN. But we don't want that. We don't want to configure it like that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna destroy this, turn it off, turn it on, and our whole configuration will be removed. So instead, we're gonna make virtual interfaces. Instead of this, we have to get virtual interfaces. So I will get my PowerPoint real quick right there and get to the right page. So I have the commands ready. Okay, there we go. There we go. So we're basically gonna do the same, but then we're going to do like this: interface GI G. Oh wait, hold on. Exit interface ci, because we're on 0, 0, then we do 1.10, or in this case we do 0 because we need 0. There we go. And then we get the subconfiguration menu. Then we type in encapsulation. I will show the command soon, guys. Dot 1q 10, and this will set our native VLAN to VLAN 10. It's important to remember, guys. Then we type in IP address 192.168.10.1.255.255.250. Exit. Now we do the same with the other VLAN. So we just do up arrow, make this a 2, and basically end the same commands, but with changing the numbers basically. Okay, then we press exit. If we do show IP route, exit, show IP route, you don't see anything. You should see something, but normally you will see the interfaces. Show interface brief. Show interface. No IP. Hold on, guys. Interface. There we go. There you can see all the interfaces and also the IP address that are assigned on them. Because we didn't enable them, it says administratively down. So to fix that, you just go to config and turn it on. And if we do it again now, go exit, exit, show IP, show. So then you see it sets up. So our interfaces are up, which is great. That means you can actually set up the VLAN on the switches. So let's do that manually right now. So add VLAN number 10, and we called it IT, I believe. There we go. And we added 20 for marketing. So, there we go. Let's do that the same to this one. VLAN number 10, VLAN name. Was a marketing, oh no, IT, sorry. Now we do it for 20. This is like doing it manually, and you can also do it with the commands. You can see the commands that have been entered down below. Hope you guys can see it. If you can't see it, just tell me if it's too small. And we add the name marketing. There we go. Awesome. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna set the interfaces we connected to those VLANs. So we set this to VLAN 10 or 1 is for IT. So we set the other one also to IT. This one also to this one. Hold on, guys. There we go. We set this one also to VLAN IT, and we will do the same with these PCs. Only then to the marketing one. So we go to fast Ethernet, faster than 2, and select for marketing. Let's do that with this one. YOLO212 too. VLAN 20. Okay. And as you can see, when we restart the request IP address procedure, it won't give us an IP address. To basically fix that issue, we have to do what we did before. So we're going back into this thing and enter the following commands. Oh wait, you have to also enable the trunking mode. So you go to gigabit 2, set it to trunk. Very important. So otherwise the router doesn't know what to do basically. Okay, let's continue. So enable, oh, I'm sorry. Enable config T. Then we go to the DHCP thing. So IP DHCP pool IT network 10 192.168 10 1 0, sorry, 255 255 0. Then we do the default router. Um, 192.168.10.1, I believe, yeah, 1. With we don't have to end the submask anymore, that's good. And then the DNS server, which we don't really need for this one, but we will add it anyway. There we go. Oh, just make sure you typed it correctly, guys. Okay. Then we do exit. And then we're going to do it for the other one. This will be marketing. So for the other network, for VLAN 20 basically. So so we do the same commands basically. We just do arrow up. That's the easiest way. Because then we don't have to retype everything. And we do the default gateway 20. And the DNS server, which we don't really need. Exit. Okay, let's see if we can get an IP address. I guess I'm missing something at this moment. We're not there entirely yet. Oh, there we go. I think we made a small mistake. Oh, this one has to be trunk, of course. This one has to be trunk, guys. I'm sorry. Set your gigabit Ethernet to trunk, and that should fix it. There we go. As you can see, our network is entirely configured. We did it, boys. Any questions about VLAN networking? That's pretty easy. It's not that difficult. No questions? Everyone good? I will wipe the configurations and set it. I will save the packet tracer for you guys. So we'll save this as sold. Sold. VLAN networking. I think the VTP domains are cool to show, but they're not really important. But I can show it. I will just make sure to save this as and sold. And what we're gonna do is basically turn all these things on. Let's see, where's the on and off button? Right. Can I just we just do reload to fuck up the configuration, guys. Reload, exit, 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 enable, reload, no. This way we destroy the configuration, guys. Enable, exit, reload, no. There you go. I will send the packet tracer in the Discord, guys. Just make sure where this saved. I will save it somewhere else. I mean, this will work. Homework. There we go. Okay, that will be the first assignment for you guys. You can try it for yourself. I showed how to do it. So you want to try it out yourself. I'll also show the packet tracer, my bad, or the. There you go. I will share the lesson in the chat as well, so you guys can see all the commands. There you go. So you can guys look at the packet tracer. So yeah, let's have a look how those VTP domains would work. So we're just gonna open the working variant again. There we go. Not sure why that's there, but okay. Fair enough. There you go. So let's see if we can get this VTP stuff working. So to do that, we're going to basically get into the switch. Let's get the notes. So we do config t VTP domain CyberHeaven.lan. I think we need to set VTP mode server. It's already in server mode, okay, which is good. When we do VTP password, always set the password, guys. There you go. We already set all the VLANs, so we don't have to do that, but usually you would set the VLANs. Now we're going to this machine and wipe all the VLANs of it, just to show how it works. And this we're going to the now we send it into client mode. So bring config t VTP mode client VTP domain CyberHeaven.lan. Okay, good. Password logcom 2020. Okay. Did we? Now, if we should look, let's see if it automatically does the thing I wanted to do. I hope everyone is still following along, guys. Not sure why it's not working currently. Let's see why. Yeah, they're both on trunk, so let's just get. Not sure why the VTP domain is not going yet. Maybe let's reset the switches. No, I don't think it's in dark mode. I can look, but Dark mode for packet tracer, let's see. I mean, you could change some of the settings, but this is just how it looks regularly. I don't want to do it like how people usually have it. Your whole life is in dark mode. Welcome to the stream, man. If you haven't joined yet, you can see our assignments in our Discord. We're following along um, with the lesson I have built for the class we're doing for the lesson. And we're trying to figure out why our VTP domains are not working. So that's going to be interesting. So what we're going to do is add those. Let's see if the domains are set properly. So we do enable, go to get that VTP domain CyberHeaven.lan, VTP password welcome 2020. Okay, good. VLAN 10 IT. Why can I name IT VLAN 20 name marketing? Okay, active. Okay. Let's see how the table here looks right now. There we go. Now you can see it duplicated the VLANs to this switch. So I don't, if I have like 50 switches, I don't have to manually enter the VLAN database and update it. It goes automatically now. Yeah, that's a demo of VTP, basically. Yeah, we can show the other one as well. It's not that exciting, but for example, if we would do something stupid like this, there we go. This is generally a very stupid idea. Don't do this, guys. Well, we can try some of those commands, guys. Let's see how that works. Let's see the commands we have. So we do config T, spanning tree, VLAN 1, root primary. Okay, now we go to this one. Yeah, that's not very exciting. There's not much to see, but spanning tree, VLAN 1, root secondary. Boom. And we can do show spanning, go exit, show spanning tree, summary. There we go. Important commands, guys, to remember. Let's show the last thing, Ether channel. Ether channel is not that exciting compared to VLANs, but for example, I want to have these two interfaces. Let me just connect to separate switches, or maybe let's just create a new one. No. Let's just create two switches right here, and I wanted to connect two switches like this. You will see that one gets orange. This basically means it only allows one link to be connected. And to fix this, basically, you go into the CLI, enable config T, you basically get my spreadsheet, and it says the commands you have to enter. So you do interface for channel. This is for on, by the way, there are different modes. Then we do the range. Zero to to 1. Hold on. Oh, interface range. There we go. There we go. And then we do channel group 1 mode on. There we go. And now we do the same on the other one. Basically the same commands. Enable config T, interface for channel 1, interface range. Wait, okay. Now you see these one became green because I configured them. 0/1. There you go. Channel group 1 mode on. There we go. As we speed it up, you will see it should turn green technically. Not sure why it's not turning green. Delay. Maybe it has to be like that. That's it. Just checking real quick, guys. Not sure why this one is not going green right now. Live troubleshooting session, guys. Maybe you just reload them. Just redo it. Exit. Reload. No. No. Yes. Let's reload that one too. Exit, reload, no, confirm. There you go. Let's try it again, guys. Let's see if we can get it to work. Interface, port channel 1, enable, entity, port channel 1, interface, range, zero to 1. I mean, we can do all of them, like it doesn't really matter. Let's just duplicate the commands. Might be a bit boring, guys. If you guys think it's boring, we can end the stream. Let's see. There we go. And as you can see now, because we configured it correctly, the both links are green. And yeah, this is basically the third lesson. If you guys have any questions about networking or about this lesson, please let me know right now. We will close the stream in like 5 to 6 minutes. So I will give you guys 5 to 6 minutes to ask questions, and after that I will end the stream. No questions, guys? Okay, and then we will end this lesson. Thank you all for coming, and let's see if we can rate someone, guys. Can you route with virtual routers? Yes. Anything that is considered a router can route traffic. So if it's a virtual router or a physical router, it doesn't matter. It's a router, so it can route traffic. Even your computer can technically route traffic. Like route on this app. Yes, correct. Any more questions? You have a test on this in 2 weeks. Oh no. But just the basic shit. Oh, that's good. Did you check the PowerPoint? Not sure if you're in our Discord as well. Make sure that you're in our Discord if you haven't joined yet. Ah, great. Like, what's your Discord name in Discord? Maybe it sounds weird. It's not the same, right? Oh, it is. It is the same. Oh yeah, I see. I see. That's awesome then. Any more questions? Because you've your test tomorrow, so you better have you're better ready in 2 weeks. I mean, we still have then depends on your test is, but we at least have one more. At least next week we have one more lesson. I just need the password shit. Oh, secret. Oh, that's covered in the previous lesson, by the way. If you go to our previous lesson, should definitely make a thing for this. Our previous lesson, this one, I'll send it to you. This one will actually tell you what to do with passwords and stuff like that. I also highly recommend watching the stream from last week because it will go offline tomorrow. So if you still want to catch that stream, please watch it. Tomorrow it will be gone because of Twitch policy. Any more questions? Why don't you record them? Well, I have intended to make it into a course, so people can actually buy the course then. That was yeah, it's basically going to be a real course, and it wasn't my decision to make it paid, but the guys that host the course want some money for it, so I make it like 10 euros or dollars, something like very low. But yeah, it will be recorded, but it won't be like under my name, unfortunately. But yeah, that's just how I made the arrangements, unfortunately. But I will make it as cheap as possible for you guys. Like $10 shouldn't be much. But the PowerPoints will always remain for you guys, especially for the people at CyberHeaven University. They will remain free, and if people have questions or need help, I will always be assessing them. So even if they didn't buy the course, like for me, it doesn't matter personally. How did you come across this course? I basically made this. I made this for you guys. Oh, well, I basically was disappointed with the amount of resources there were online, and I decided to create my own space where I can store all my resources and also help out new members that have had the same problem as I had to find resources on cybersecurity. In my time, it was really difficult to find those. You basically only had like the OCP, and that was basically it. There was nothing else. And these days, you have a lot of great channels, good information, but there's still not really a place where those resources become like one whole. Well, otherwise I could not put it on this platform. That's basically the reason. I said, could I do it for free? And he said no. And it's like, okay, then do it as cheap as possible. Yeah, but Yeah, it's just it's just the way it is currently. I mean, I will earn like a little bit of money from it, but it's not like I will get super rich from it, like nothing like that. But I just want to help people out, and that's all. Um, any more questions? I mean, we do have our own website, but I also wanted to promote it on a different website so we could help even more people get into cybersecurity, basically. Um, no, it's not Udemy. It's the Cyber Mentor Dojo. So yeah, he has his own website, and it's easier for me to put it there because there will be a lot more people looking at it than if they will be on my website, basically. So you have more traffic. I hope that makes sense. I mean, we do already have 2 courses on our website. I'm not sure if you check them out, but you go to our website, CyberHeaven, and then courses. You already have 2 free courses you can follow. But any more questions, or was that it? When crisis? What do you mean with when crisis? What do you mean with that? I don't follow you. When do you think the crisis will come? I have no clue, man. I'm not a financial forecaster. Um, I only hold myself um, busy with the cyber domain. I honestly don't care about the financial domains. That's up to them. If I have enough food and water to drink and a place to sleep, and I have a computer, and I'm happy. Like I don't need that much. I mean, cybersecurity is also unpredictable, but it's like a whole new level basically. Yeah, a cyber crisis. Yes. I mean, it's already happening, guys. Like each company is getting hacked. Cisco got hacked. Microsoft got hacked. Uber got hacked. Many governments got hacked. Like it's it's just yeah, yes, everything is getting hacked by everyone. Yeah, there's not much you can do about it. It's just try to hope for the best and try to secure everything as best as you can. But like as the saying goes, you will get hacked, but you don't know when. Like you don't have to know if you will be. Like you know you're going to get hacked. You just don't know when. Do you believe in solar flares? I mean, isn't that a scientific fact? It's scientifically proven those things exist, and oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. Well, if there aren't any more questions, I'm gonna end the stream. Thank you all for being here, and I hope to see you in the next stream. Let's see if we can write something, guys. Let's see at the software. I'm not sure if there are any good channels to raid. Let's look for a channel to raid, guys. Hold on. There are no channels to raid right now. This is just sad. No channels to raid. Oh, this guy looks cool. Red sack. Social engineering. Don't know yet. Let's see if we can find anything else. Let's look at the InfoSec streaming. I don't think anyone is online at this moment. But oh, Ritsack. Let's see this guy. If he is online. Or if he's not. Yeah. Yeah, he's not there. Cybersecurity bird showroom. Oh my god. What about this Dyson guy? It's French, but yeah, there's nobody to raid, so I'm just gonna end the stream then, I guess. Or just raid some random dude.
Raid to
yeah, let's raid this guy. Gonna see some chat, guys. Oh no, that's going to work. Raid. We cannot raid them. I don't know who else to raid, bro. I have nobody to raid. Let's see at my oh, this guy's playing some room too. Let's raid this guy. Let's see how he responds with my raid. Okay, goodbye, guys.
Okay, goodbye, guys.
Raid. Boom.
Dresses the auxiliary complex. No. What the hell?
Veteran Legionnaires.
Dude, I totally forgot I was streaming. Oh my gosh. I got a notification that's just kind of scared me. By the way, if you're wondering what's happening, I'm trying to help out my friend. We're at a head-to-head campaign, but he's getting rolled right now, so I'm just kind of giving him some free kills with all the people he's at war with.
Just because you fucked me over.
I did. I definitely did.
Oh, that's not mine. Oh shit! Wait, never mind. It is.
Michael. Wait, let's see. Oh, somebody raided me. Producer Wolf raided me with a party of 5. How's it going, bro? Raid!
Rome is dead.
Rome is dead? No, dude.
Rome is dead. Rome is dead.
Not if I got
I
you.
don't have my capital.
Oh, the city of Rome. Okay. Well, hold on.
Who loses capital?
Rome is still loading back up. Give me a minute. I am kind of building Mastodon like the traditional way, but we have a bunch of mods, and I figured it'd be fun because we haven't done like a super modded campaign. Me and my buddy. Thanks for the follow.